Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Monday, the 29th of August, 2022. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Let's jump into it. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 finished down 2% today to 6,966 points, following the nasty leads from Wall Street and Europe over the weekend. Tech stocks suffered most, but the big miners and banks also dropped. Fortescue Metals tumbled nearly 5% after announcing its half-year profit was down from last year's extraordinary result. That was the worst of the big caps. Some of the worst performers, including medical device group PolyNovo, which lost 16%, and gold digger Chalice Mining, which went backwards 10%. There were a bunch of companies that fell 9%. It was a pretty awful day on the market, all in all. Story number 2. After such a rough day, I thought I'd mention a good news yarn. Long-suffering A2 Milk shareholders watched the company's share price spike 10% today after the group announced a 50% jump in profit. The result came on double-digit sales and earnings growth, and the group launched a $136 million buyback. COVID culled the group's revenue when one of its main means to market, the Chinese Daigou channel, where expats send products back home to their country, dried up. Chief Executive David Bortolussi today said that the group was now better managing inventory and it had improved market pricing. Story number 3. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese was asked today about New South Wales Premier Dominic Perrottet's push to cut the COVID isolation period from 7 to 5 days. He wouldn't be drawn on it, saying the National Cabinet will meet on Wednesday to discuss it, and he said the right decision needed to be made at the right time. But he certainly didn't rule out the idea of reducing isolation by 2 days. He said Australia is in the COVID recovery phase. There is a lot of speculation that that's what we'll hear on Wednesday. Story number 4. Mining contractor Thiess has snapped up almost 16% of the Macca Group after lifting its cash takeover offer. It also secured the support of the company's founding shareholders. All important that. Thiess is half owned by construction group CIMIC. It lifted its bid price yesterday, valuing the Perth-based contractor at $367 million. Now, a similar bid by another contractor, NRW Holdings, was knocked back by the Macca board just 2 weeks ago. That one was only partly cash, and the board didn't like that, so we'll have to see how Thiess goes. And story number 5, retail sales jumped a solid 1.3% last month, the biggest rise in 4 months, with turnover up across different industries. It was certainly a better outcome than most market economists had expected, as has been evident in some but not all of the retailers reporting recently. Households are still spending money even as interest rates rise. Maybe they're drawing down on the hundreds of billions of dollars saved during COVID. Maybe the full impact of rate rises just haven't hit households yet. Whatever the reasons, department stores are benefiting, so too clothing, footwear and personal accessory retailers, and cafes, restaurants and takeaway food services are doing pretty well also. What it does suggest is that the Reserve Bank can keep lifting interest rates without damaging the economy too much. Not sure that's good or bad news. That's it for the afternoon report for Monday, the 29th of August, 2022. Michael Thompson and I will be back tomorrow morning for the Tuesday edition of Fear and Greed. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.